This video is for educational purposes only and strategies that I use in my personal portfolio. Nothing in this video guarantees profits or future performance. Look what just happened in this market. When Oracle was sitting at $138, everyone doubted the setup. I looked at the charts, I brought you the exact institutional data, called it out, and it skyrocketed all the way to $248. Then, when it pulled back into the support of $115 just a month later, I didn't flinch. I called it back out a second time, and it ripped right back into the 150 range, and yet again, making profits for myself in Discord. Of course, anybody who followed it on YouTube as well. We saw the exact same explosion power on ARM when I called it out at $100 before its massive rally. We saw it on Nebius when it was right around $60 plus last year. Other monsters like AMD, when I called it at $100, it ran to over $500 in a year. Navitas from $7 all the way to $32 plus. And most recently, another run with Lyft when I called it out at $13 and it ran all the way over $17.50. This isn't chasing hype. This is years of market experience, working inside a hedge fund and mentoring over 3,400 students on how to systematically read and identify institutional data accumulation and capture massive profits in the stock market. Every single one of these winning trades started out with the exact same fundamental catalysts and chart signals as the stocks that I'm going to talk about in this video. And right now, I am tracking a brand new setup that has every single indicator flashing green for the next explosive run. Just remember, no more than 5 to 10% of your portfolio in any one stock. Remember, do your own due diligence. The market is very risky. There's no guarantees. It's very volatile. Protect your capital, do your due diligence, and make sure the stocks and strategies I talk about fit you and your personal goals and needs. Let's look at the broader macro landscape because this is where the real market moves are born. Over the past few weeks, we have witnessed a massive shift in economic data. Inflation numbers, both CPI and core PCE, have consistently cooled off, falling closer to that 2% benchmark. At the same time, look at the labor market. The headline jobs reports have decelerated sharply, and more importantly, the government issued massive downward revisions to prior labor numbers, and the economy isn't overheating anymore. It's downshifting. Now, look at the data from yesterday. The housing starts were down. They missed, and it was a pretty big miss. But look at the permits. They were up. What does this mean? It means all the home builders are locked and loaded with permits ready to build, but they don't want to break ground until the rates go down. This forces the Fed's hand, along with all the other data that we've had coming out over the past couple of weeks. Everything has cooled off pretty nicely for a rate cut. The FOMC minutes today only accounted for what happened up until July 29th. It does not include the recent CPI data that came out either. Not to mention, we had a wave of turbulent data that sparked heavy debate across Wall Street. Will the Fed hike rates again to fight this sticky service cost, or aggressive rate cuts be guaranteed before Christmas? Yesterday's fresh economic data provided the exact pivot signal the market has been waiting for. Look really closely. I want you guys to pull out the housing starts and building permits like I just mentioned, because this comes right from the Census Bureau. Housing starts plunged to an annualized rate of 1.239 million units, a massive 12.4% monthly drop, missing the consensus expectations by a mile. However, like I said, on the other hand, building permits surged 5% to 1.443 million units. Let that sink in. Home builders are pulling permits and lining up land because structural housing demand is massive, but actual construction ground to a halt because mortgage rates are hovering above 6.5 to 6.7% and are freezing both buyers and the builders. This is the bottleneck that forces the Federal Reserve's hands. When housing starts to stall out like this, it threatens construction, employment, raw materials, and consumer spending across the board. The Fed cannot afford to keep rates restrictive into late 2026 without risking a severe freeze. This data virtually guarantees that the rate cuts are locked in, and when borrowing costs drop, trillions of dollars are sitting in money market funds, and they will rotate aggressively back into high growth, cash flowing tech and infrastructure leader. What is it that you truly want out of your life? What is the vision that you actually have that will give you total fulfillment and happiness? For me, I know it's always been one thing: true financial freedom. The freedom to wake up every single morning, energized, excited to tackle the day, take care of my family, and be in complete control of my time. It's the ability to take care of my kids anywhere they want to go, travel the world, and never spend another second feeling trapped in a cubicle or answering to a boss or feeling stressed out about bills. That's what you want, right? The freedom that allows you to live authentically and show up as your best version, the best version of yourself. And I know deep down, that is what you want, just like I did. You want to break the cycle, take control of your destiny, and build generational wealth for you and your family. But transformation never happens by accident, though. It happens the moment you make commitment and decision to take action. If you're ready to stop watching from the sidelines and learn the exact step-by-step blueprint that I use to analyze market data and read institutional order flow and spot explosive explosive trades before they run. Join me live this Saturday, August 22nd, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific for my exclusive masterclass webinar. I'm going to be hanging out with you live, sharing life-changing trading strategies that took me a decade to master. Click the link below this video and reserve your free spot right now. Make the decision today and show up. Let's change your future together. These are the things you want to do, right? You want to achieve these things, but you're not going to be able to do that until you make a change in your life. And you can't do that without signing up for the webinar and showing up right now. What do you have to lose? Register below. I'll see you Saturday. Now, let's get right into this. The number one stock that I've been looking at, this is the next one that I have on my radar that is going to explode. The AI ASIC king of the networking monopoly, none other than Broadcom, AVGO. Well, the casual crowd is focusing solely on standard GPUs right now. You know they are. Hyperscalers are running into a massive power, cost, and efficiency wall. To solve this, the biggest tech giants in the world are designing custom application-specific integrated circuits. They're called ASICs, often called XPUs. Broadcom controls an estimated 70% of global market share in custom AI ASIC development. They co-developed the Tensor Processing Unit, the TPU program, with Google and contracted well into the next decade. They co-engineer the MTIA AI accelerators for Meta. They are actively partnered on custom silicon pipelines with OpenAI and Anthropic. On top of custom chips, Broadcom's the world's most critical data center networking silicon. Their Tomahawk 5 and Tomahawk 6 Ethernet switches and Jericho routers, which allow hundreds, thousands of AI chips to communicate seamlessly without network latency bottlenecks. They also have financial dominance and the VMware software machine. And financially, Broadcom is an elite tier of its own. In their latest fiscal earnings, total quarterly revenue surged 48% year over year to $22.19 billion. Now, look, I've said this many times before. Their dedicated AI semiconductor revenue is insane. And year over year, it just keeps going up. And this time around, it was 140% year over year, crossing $10.8 billion in quarterly revenue. And unlike speculative, unprofitable tech, Broadcom converts massive revenue directly into cash, delivering over 5 to 8 billion in quarterly free cash flow with industry-leading gross margins. And this is stabilizing right around 75%. Their acquisition of VMware, though, is now firing on all cylinders. Over 60% of enterprise customers have transitioned into reoccurring subscription-based contracts, creating an impenetrable wall of high-margin annual software cash flow that allows Broadcom while aggressively increasing its shareholder dividend. We also have to talk about the leadership in the Wall Street upgrades, which are really strong. This execution is steered by Broadcom CEO Hock Tan. Hock Tan is widely recognized across Wall Street as one of the most disciplined, lethal capital allocators in modern corporate history. He transformed Broadcom from a one-tier chip designer into a $1.8 trillion global powerhouse through strategic acquisitions, LSI, Brocade, CA Technologies, Symantec, and VMware, and ruthlessly cutting bloat, focusing on pure high-margin enterprise infrastructure, and funneling massive cash flow directly back into R&D shareholders. Top-tier institutional analysts from JP Morgan, Bank of America, and Morgan Stanley continue to issue heavy price target upgrades, projecting custom AI silicon to account for over 50% of Broadcom's total revenue by 2027. After its recent 10-for-1 stock split and institutional consolidation, the chart is coiling directly at major technical support, creating a prime risk-to-reward setup with massive upside potential. There's a lot going on with Broadcom. And if you want to see the exact entry triggers, price targets, options flow, and portfolio risk management strategies I'm using for Broadcom and my other high conviction trades, you need to be in that webinar, like I said. My masterclass webinar takes place this Saturday, August 22nd, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. I have a huge announcement, a life-changing opportunity. I'll be breaking down our full Q3 and Q4 market playbook for AVGO, Broadcom, and showing you how to navigate Fed rate cuts and breaking down multi-bagger setups step by step. Space is strictly limited, so click on the link in the information box below and lock in your spot, and let's change your life together. I've said this before. You want to take control of your future just like I did, right? You want to make changes in your life. You want to live your best life. You want to have money to travel. You want to go places. You want to do things. None of this comes easy, but the first step is to take that step forward to make a difference for yourself. Register for the webinar. Do it right now. Don't wait. The link's in the information box below. Let me show you exactly what's going on and what you are doing wrong in this market. Let me help you understand the stock market. I look forward to seeing you this Saturday. Now, I've said this many times before. There's the whole nonsense of the Michael Burry McBlurry bubble, saying that we're in a bubble. There's all this fear and there's all these issues in the market, worried about inflation. The jobs fell off exactly like I said. said, the soccer mom summer jobs fell off. Inflation and core inflation cooled down and met expectations. The housing starts are actually down. They missed pretty badly. Big cooling right there. But the housing permits is up, and it beat the consensus pretty drastically. That shows everyone is waiting for rate cuts and forcing the Fed's hand. All we have to do now is wait for September's data. If the PMI manufacturing and services cool off just a little bit, or they stay the same, and the core inflation CPI comes out at a slight cool or steady, then it's almost sure we're getting rate cuts in the fall. We just have to wait for this to transpire. But you don't have to wait to buy stocks when they're on the cheap like they are right now. And that's exactly what's happening. And remember, the forward-looking PE ratio of the stock market right now is in the $21 to $22 range. And don't forget, the forward-looking PE ratio of the overall SPY and the index is right now steady between 21.5 and 22.5, which is the historical average. Bubble territory is between 37 to 40. And we start to get into that inflationary disaster over 30 to 32. We're at like 21.5 or 22. Nowhere near that. There's a lot of variables in tech and oversaturation in the tech sector. I understand this. Everybody does. There's risks, there's CapEx, and a lot of things going on. But when the rate cuts are announced, and they will be, that's when you can expect to see the 10-year yield drop. And when it does drop, because right now it's at 4.7, when it drops to 4.5 or 4.4, this is going to signal the stock market to move and risk on to very big growth stocks, especially in the tech sector. And then as the rate cuts happen and all this inflation gets steady and cools down, and we have all the issues in Iran that eventually will abate, they will. And when that happens, then the yields will definitely go down even more as cooling happens and fuel costs go down and crude oil goes down. That will bring those yields down. And once they get down in the 4.2 to 4.3 range, that is where the market is going to be rallying near the end of the year, beginning of next year. This is how the stock market works. Like I said, if it's confusing you, you don't understand how all of this works, I'll explain it all to you at the webinar this Saturday. Thanks so much for being here. The link to register for the webinar is below. I will see all of you on Saturday. Take care of yourselves. One love, fam. Remember, be safe. There's no guarantees out there. Do your own due diligence. Protect your capital. The market is risky. Be sure to check everything out thoroughly and be very patient and be safe in this market as there's no guarantees. Like I said, I'll see you on Saturday. Take a look at AV Go. This is going to be the next one that's going to run, and I'll see you guys on the next one. One love, fam.